this okay? Is this okay if I drive through your field? Whoa. All right, let's try this jump again. You got a wild one here. Whoa, Betsy, whoa. Uh-oh. Oh, saved it. Oh my God. I see it. It's all the way to the top there. Okay. Gotta tightrope this thing. Thanks, buddy. Thanks a lot. Of course. You know what? I'll just get out of your fucking way. Because, you know, you're just so important. You know, I'll just get out of your way. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. All right, in the last episode, we left off with merging 3 fields over here into one massive field. We also did some contracts, got our money back up a little bit, and we also bought the old grain mill and the bakery, so that way when we do harvest our wheat, we have other products that we can make and sell and get more money out of those. So we're ending October here, and as you remember, we seeded the wheat in all of our fields, so now we just need to keep an eye on our fields, see if any weeds grow. We also probably need to do some fertilizing as well. So let's go ahead and end this day. Also, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and like the video, and also please subscribe. It helps me out, and it also helps you out to know when new content is available. So it looks like we already got some wheat sprouting up here, but it also looks like we got some weeds as well. You can see some weeds here, so we definitely want to do some weeding and as well as fertilizing. You can see fertilize down there is at 50%, so we want to weed and fertilize. So let's go ahead and get to it, and I think we'll do the weeding first, so I'll grab the weeder. There we go. I also need to wash my tractor, it's filthy. I think all of our fields need to be weeded. Usually it happens when you reseed your fields. Okay, one field down. Just need to do the large field here. Oh, this is interesting. So the AI still thinks these are 2 fields. Huh. No wonder it behaves so badly. Which that's actually kind of weird, because I used the AI to do the seeding and whatnot, and it discovered that it was all one field. Nope, it's doing it again. Guess I got to do the weeding myself. AI is not going to work. I do shit on the AI a lot in this game, but like the AI is just such garbage. All right, big field done. So we just got the other little field to do, and we should be done weeding. All right, all of our fields have been weeded. So now we just need to do some fertilizing again, and we should be good for the harvest, or until harvest comes. Just gonna wash the weeder off real quick. And the tractor too, why not? Okay, nice and clean. Okay, let's do another round of fertilizing. All right, all of our fields have been nice and fertilized. So we just need to sit back and wait for the harvest. Got 98% yield bonus there. Just gonna wash the fertilizer spreader here. There we go, that's the cleanest fertilizer spreader ever. And I'm gonna wash off the cultivator. All right, no weeds, 98% yield bonus on this field. No weeds, 98% yield bonus on our large field. And we had 98% bonus on our field back here to the west. All right, let's see what kind of contracts we got. I don't see anything juicy in here or something I would want to do. We could do a sunflower harvest. Sunflowers need a corn header. That's interesting. I don't think the return on investment would be great there because I'd have to borrow the equipment. And even if we did get leftover crops, I don't think that would be enough to get a profit. So let's just go ahead and skip today now that our fields are nice and ready to go. I got a negative 215 production cost. Oh. Is that because of my grain mill? Go to the grain mill or bakery, see what's going on there. So I guess when you buy the old grain mill and bakery, you get it slapped with some sort of fee. Because if we're producing things, we should be making money off of that, right? Not getting fees for it. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I guess this solves the mystery of the anti-flip. You really want to reset? Yes. Okay, no problem. It's all good. This actually brings us closer to the bakery. Yeah, so how are we producing anything? I guess when you own it, you have to pay a fee to like keep it up, I guess. So I'm wondering if that's what it is. They didn't need that sign, did they? All right, got any contracts? Nope. So yeah, we could probably just go ahead and skip today. Skip December because nothing's happening this month. Fields are still good, so let's just skip December. All right, it is now January, and look at all this snow. Wow. I think this is the first time we've seen snow in this game. Can I not do donuts in this thing? That's disappointing. I mean, it is slippery, but we can't do donuts. It's a winter wonderland. Hey, somebody made snowmen. Can I take a shit? No. I really have to take a shit. All this farming, really gets the digestive juices flowing. All right, well, I hardly doubt there's anything we could do during the winter other than contracts, but it's plowing and don't really have a large return on investment for those. Take a little shortcut here. This field is just full of weeds, so I doubt they'll mind me driving through their weeds. They got ladders up here and icicles. Just went through one. Yeah, here we go. All right, I'm just gonna skip January. There's not much we could do today that I would want to do. I don't really want to do plowing. I'm actually kind of eager to start harvesting our wheat and start making flour and bread. It looks like the snow let up. It's just frost now. Any contracts worth a dang? It's all just cultivating. I'm just gonna skip this day too. Skipping all the winter months. There's really not much to do when we're waiting for the harvest, unless there's some really good contracts. What do we got now? We got a plowing for $15,000, but pretty sure that's gonna take a long time to do that one. It's very tempting though. Very, very tempting. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it, but I'll do it off camera. Holy crap, finally that contract's over. Let me collect the money. Yeah, plowing is easy. It's just so freaking time consuming. Like, that took, I think that was like an hour, if not 2 hours to do that. But that's the nature of Farming Simulator is, you know, you're simulating farming, and part of farming is just sitting in the tractor all day, plowing a field. I'm not going to do any more contracts. But we did make some money out of that, so we got 239,000 now, so yay us. But I'm going to go ahead and skip to April. All right, July is when we can harvest our wheat, but I think I said I was going to wait until August to harvest. So go ahead and skip this day. Probably going to be skipping a lot of days in this game now. Just because, and it's just because I'm doing one crop. If I was doing multiple crops, I'd probably be doing more, but I'm just doing one crop for now. If we were growing grass and, you know, baling that grass, it'd be a totally different story, but I chose wheat, and that's what we're going to do. By golly. All right, I still don't see any good contracts here. I'm just going to give the contract thing a minute to populate. Maybe a juicy one will pop up. We'll see. Yeah, so here's our wheat. It's growing up a little bit, getting more fuller. So that's good. But I'm not going to harvest it until August. So if you remember, we seeded it in October, so I just want to give it that extra month. We might be able to harvest it in July. You know, why prolong it when we can do it in July, and then August we can start doing our reseeding rituals. Yeah, I don't know. Farming Simulator is very slow-paced game. Like, it's definitely made for a certain type of person, and you know, if you're the type of person who can just sit here and plow a field all day long, you know, more power to you. But I need a little bit more excitement, you know, and that's why I like Satisfactory, because Satisfactory, it's not just waiting around for your stuff to build. You can actually go out and explore and do some fun things. And I mean, they have that here in Farming Simulator. It's just not as, it's a bit more limited than what you get out of like Satisfactory. But I hate comparing games because, again, Farming Simulator is a whole totally different game than Satisfactory. Ooh, found another collectible. How many is that now? Where do I find the collectible thing? 45 out of 100. Okay. Still tons more to go. We're missing 55. Well, we know that there's that one on top of the equipment shop, but not sure how we can get that. We need like a big old ladder or a big old tall vehicle to get us up there. I guess that's what the challenge of it is, trying to figure out how to get up to places like this. All right, let's look at our contracts. We gave it some time. Yeah, it's just sowing, cultivate. The only good one is like the cultivating one, but pretty sure that's going to take a while to do. I'm more interested in our fields at this point, but if we get a nice, like, you know, $20,000 or $30,000 contract, I'll definitely do that. Whoa. Let's just drive on the train tracks to go home. I'm sure nothing bad will happen driving on the railroad tracks like this. Up. Nothing bad should happen, right? Okay, apparently no train is coming. The train only comes when it wants to, or if we're on the railroad tracks, it doesn't come. Is this okay? Is this okay if I drive through your field? All right, yeah, I'm just gonna skip April and we'll head into May. Pretty much a whole episode. It's gonna be like a year instead of like a day now. All right, it is May. Let's look at our contracts. Yeah, I'm not doing fertilizing because you have to buy the fertilizer, and no, ain't gonna do it. I learned my lesson from last year. Like, it seems easy enough, but you have to buy the fertilizer, and so your return on investment is going to be low. Besides, it just went away anyways, so we'll just give it a minute, see if we can't find any good ones. We can check on our fields in the meantime. So our giant wheat field, we're still at 98% yield bonus. It's nice. We want as much yield as we can get. And our east field here, also 98%, 100% fertilized, growing. Good. Let me figure out what else to put in this like empty space out here. I kind of do like the empty space here, but we could probably like add another shed or like silos or something. But I don't even have $250,000. I only got $24,000, so can't be buying anything until, well, I can't be buying anything too expensive until I get some money here. And I might do like a field freeze, like buying more fields, because I need to save up for bigger equipment, or, you know, get another tractor and get more seeders and cultivators and stuff like that. So that way, you know, it doesn't take so long to like seed these big fields, or just get a giant tractor and bigger equipment. So, all right, just going to do one more check on the contracts. Baling, fertilizing, cultivating. Yeah, no. Let's just go ahead and skip to June. We're just a couple months away of harvesting our wheat. Actually, no, 1 month away, because we can start harvesting in July. So it's 1 month away. I'm surprised I haven't gotten that big baling contract yet. There it is. We'll do that one. Oh, and then there's a 13,000 harvesting one. Barley. Yeah, we'll do that one too. All right, well, you guys already seen me do this baling one a couple of times, and you've seen me harvest barley before. We done barley ourselves, so I'll just I'll do these off camera and come back when those are finished. All right, with this leftover barley harvest that we're doing, I'm just gonna put it in the mill here that I own. See if we can actually make this into flour. Even though it's owned by somebody else, the barley. Even though it's owned by somebody else, the barley, I just want to see if we got... Oh, and it's already producing flour for us. Look at that. Got 10 liters of flour already. Yeah, here's our barley flour. Cool, so maybe that will motivate us to do more like grain contracts, maybe. That way we can actually store it in we can store it in our yeah, so maybe anytime we get like a grain harvest contract, it'd be advantageous for us, because then we can put the leftovers in our grain mill here and start making some flour. So cool. And I don't know if this is gonna make like pallets or something, and we have to like load the pallets up on a tractor and take it to the bakery, but we'll see what happens, I guess. Anyways, this harvesting contract is done, so we'll collect that money. And then I'm just finishing up this baling contract, and then we should be able to start harvesting our wheat. So I'll meet you guys back when I'm done doing the baling here. Holy crap, almost $24,000 on selling those bales. I'm in the wrong business. Be doing growing grass and baling it, not doing wheat. Where the money's at, dog. I'm just gonna pick up the rest of these leftover bales, and we can call this a contract and call it a day, because I'm very anxious to get to harvesting my wheat and making that into flour, and making that flour into bread. Although it seems like it's going to take a while for our grain mill to grind all that wheat and bread. And if you remember, we had that leftover barley that's being processed right now, and I wonder if it's completely processed. We'll have to check that out after we drop these bales off. Wish there was a way you can just check through the menu screen. Maybe there is. I just need to figure it out. All right, got another 5,000 out of that, and we can call that a contract, and we can get 24,000 out of that. Now we got $300,000. Nice. That's the most money we had in a while. And then we got to figure out what to do with that money. Yeah, so if we look at our report here, we made $60,000 in June, $35,000 in contract income, $5,000 in harvest income. That's not right. We got 24,000. Oh, bale sold, $29,000 in bale sold. So yeah, we made a lot of money today. Okay, I guess we got to go to the mill. So I'll meet you guys at the mill, because I don't see a menu to see what our production numbers are. Look at that wheat growing. Can't wait to harvest it tomorrow. All right, let's try this jump again. That's way too fun to do. Whoops. You got a wild one here. Whoa, Betsy. Whoa. Yo, sign. Oh, hey. Oh, look at this. We got a couple pallets of flour here. Nice. Premium flour. We're still producing flour. We got 2,000 liters of flour. So what are the prices of the flour? The flour is going not too bad. So we could sell these pallets for at most $1,000 at the Johnson's Farmers Market. Or we can try to make it into bread. That would probably be a better strategy, because we get a lot more money making this out of bread. Okay, so we'll need a pallet thingy to drop these off at the bakery. That's so cool. But yeah, it's going to take a while because we still have 1,000 liters of barley, and I think we dropped off like 3,000 liters. I don't remember. It was either 3,000 or 5,000. So we'll wait until all of our grain is processed into flour. So maybe that's something we could do with this extra money that we have. We can maybe buy a flatbed, and I already got a pallet thing for my tractor, so we can use the tractor to load pallets onto our flatbed trailer and then deliver them to the bakery. So maybe that's what we'll do. Here we go. That was all right. All right, we're gonna call it a day here, and we're gonna get to harvesting our wheat. All right, it is now July. Our wheat should be ready to be harvested, I think. Doesn't look like it is. We may have to wait another month. Yeah, it's still growing. Damn it. So we do have to wait. Wait, did I do this? No. Well, so because we seeded it in October, it must be August when it's ready to be harvested. Damn it. Okay, is there any contracts then we can do? Not right now. Okay, well, let me go to the equipment store and see how much a flatbed truck is. I'm gonna bring the tractor. Did I say flatbed truck? I meant flatbed trailer. Uh-oh. Oh, saved it. Here we go. Low loaders. We got a transport wagon. We got this one. I don't know. I don't think we need like a really big one. Let's go with this one. Ooh, that's big. I like it big, so let's go ahead and buy it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How do I hitch this? Hang on a second. Okay, yeah, so in order for those low loaders to work, you need a semi-truck here. So we'll just, I guess, lease this one. How much can we lease it for? 4,000. Let's wait until the wheat harvest. So yeah, I'm dumb. You can't hitch these to your tractor. You can only hitch them to a semi truck. So cool. Glad that happened. I just wasted $28,000. One day we'll have a semi truck, but for now, kind of a waste of money there. I should have researched that first before buying it. Might be, and it's not really a waste of money. Like, eventually we'll need it, right? Because we're going to be producing a bunch of flour that needs to be dropped off. But right now, we don't really have that much flour that needs to be dropped off. So we'll wait until after the wheat harvest, and then we could just rent a semi-truck tractor to haul that to the grain mill over to the bakery, and then we'll probably need it again for the bakery to the grain mill. Now this barley field that we just harvested has weeds all over it. Well, this wheat over here is ready to be harvested, just not ours because we seeded late. Okay, any juicy contracts for us? No, not really. Let's just skip ahead to August and let's get this wheat harvested finally. All right. When it's amber like that, it's ready to be harvested. So it's finally harvest time, finally. So let's get rolling. Rolling. Not the truck, I want the combine. What the? Okay. It's just gonna put me in the truck the whole time. And I go into the combine. Thank you. Fuck's sake. All right, the second harvest that we've done on the channel so far. It's all wheat. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I don't want the straw swath to be working. I wanted to put it in a pile there so we can use a baler to pick this all up. The only drawback is the mill is on the other side of the map here, so which asshole decided to make the farm over here so I have to like drive across the map to unload all this wheat? Let me guess, this pickup truck is in my way. Nope, we got it. All right, let's get our first load of wheat. Of our wheat. First load of our wheat. Yeah, unfortunately, we ran over some of our wheat and destroyed it. So there's your proof that crop damage is on. And to keep an eye on how much grain you got so you don't accidentally run over your crops. All right, dumping off our first load of wheat in our grain mill. That's right, our grain mill. Now we got 3 pallets of flour. So let's look at our production. So it looks like we ran out of barley, but that's okay. We got wheat in here now. 12,000 liters of wheat. And yeah, once we grind this up into into flour, then we can go. We have bread here, but I think we have to go and unload the bread at the bakery. So that's kind of like why I wanted that low loader, so we can load these pallets of flour on there. And it's probably going to take some time to produce our flour, so we'll just get back to harvesting our wheat. And we'll wait until all that wheat gets transformed into flour, and then we'll drop the flour off at the bakery. The bakery will then make bread for us, and then we can drop that off at like either the Johnson's Farmers Market or at the store, and make some money. I thought I saw like, here's like a ramp here, mysteriously placed. And here's a ladder that goes up here, mysteriously placed. And then there's another ladder up here that is mysteriously placed. And oh my god, I see it. It's all the way to the top there. Okay, gotta tightrope this thing. Okay. We got it, baby. We got it. Man, they hide these things like real crazy, man. And we can't climb up this ladder. Interesting. All right, so we got almost 35,000 liters of wheat in here. We're about to produce another pallet of flour here. So yeah, we got, hopefully we'll have like just tons of flour here that we could grind up into flour, and then we can make it into bread. And I've said this like a million times, so there's our other pallet. Got 4 pallets so far. There's a lot of harvestable grain around here on this map. I might see if there's any contracts to harvest some more of this grain, and we could just drop leftovers off in our mill so we can make even more flour. Ooh, man, 45,000 liters of wheat. And it only moved the bar up like a sixth. So we could put tons of grain in here. But yeah, what I was saying is, well, let's see here. Gonna add the contracts here. Harvest. I think we could do canola. Harvest the wheat. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. We should definitely do these so we can get more of that. Harvest the potatoes. We're not doing potatoes. Screw potatoes. I'm done. We could do the wheat one here. We just want wheat, and I don't know if this takes canola. There was another wheat in there. No, this only takes wheat, barley, oat, and sorghum. So, but here's another wheat harvest we can do. Because that way, if there's going to be leftover, if we do those contracts, there's going to be leftovers, and we could put the leftovers in the grain mill here, and that'll help us produce even more flour. Ooh, wait a minute. Found another collectible. Nice. I still don't have even half of the collectibles yet. I'm slacking. All right, that is the last load of wheat that just needs to be delivered to the grain mill. And we're probably going to call it an episode there. I know we have those contracts and we still have to bale up the straw, but we'll do that in the next episode. I've been playing this game for like 8 hours. And I'm condensing it into like a 30-minute episode, or it may be longer than that. But yeah, I'm a little tired right now. So once after we dump all this off, we'll call it an episode, and then next episode we'll bale up all that straw and then do those other contracts. harvesting contracts and get those in the grain mill. Well, we'll get the leftovers in the grain mill so we can make some more flour. Wow, 52,000 liters of wheat. That is awesome. Thanks, buddy. Thanks a lot. Of course. You know what? I'll just get out of your fucking way. Because, you know, you're just so important. You know, I'll just get out of your way. Just gonna clean off our combine here. All right. I'm gonna call this an episode. We pretty much skipped like an entire year. You know, we got our wheat seeded, and then at the end of today, we harvested it, and we sent all that wheat grain to our mill, and that's gonna be grinded up into flour. And then again, we're gonna take that flour and sell it to the bakery. Well, not sell it to the bakery, we own it. So we'll take the flour to the bakery, make bread, and then sell the bread. So that's the plan. But I've been playing for like 8 hours. So yeah, definitely just gonna call this an episode here. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button, and also be sure to remember to subscribe as well, so you don't miss when more episodes of Farming Simulator 22 come out, where we take our flour to be made into bread, and then we sell off the bread and see how much profits we make out of that, and see if we could buy some more fields or more equipment. So definitely make sure you're subscribed for that to stay informed on when new content is available. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.